you guys. Good morning. But I mean, I've just got to start my reading like right now because I can't get over what's going on. Song playing on right now, I Kissed a Girl, right? By Katy Perry. I kissed a girl and I liked it. I hope my boyfriend don't like it, right? Girls, we're so kissable, blah, 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 right? I kissed a girl and I liked it. Doesn't mean I'm in love tonight, right? So somebody has done this. They've gone outside their relationship and they've kissed somebody and they liked it and they're worried about their partner, right? So then I have a client that I read for yesterday. I'll bring that up in a second because I'm not going to tell you about her own personal life, but then I'm having this dream. I'm watching this dream. I'm just sitting here going, wow, life imitating life or whatever. Okay, so let's pick some things that we're going to work with so I can continue this just while I still have it in my head. I'm just going to use the double speared, what is this? The amethyst, right? This is the twin amethysts joined together. And twin comes up in this little story I have to tell you. See them both right there joined together? They're one, but all right. Let's use the Howlite, right? I just heard in my head ghost quartz and then smoky quartz. I don't know why I heard ghost quartz, I just did. And then we've got the, oh please, what is this called? Angelite Quartz. That's what that is, okay? So here we are. Those are the 4 choices. While I shuffle, I've got to tell you guys this is nuts. So I'm watching this dream, the first one. I had so many. It's like I was talking to my twin. It's like we were having a conversation and explaining things to each other. But I was watching something. So first of all, I'm in this place where there's like, oh God, what cards do we even freaking use today? I'll use this deck. It feels like I'm in a place where there's a big nursery, right? And we're riding around on bikes. And we got to go down this hill and it's super steep, so I go down sideways. There's a girl with me and another guy with glasses, and he seems kind of simple. And he says we should stay in this hotel or something. I don't know. That was one part of it. Then I'm with somebody who they show me as my ex-roommate, okay? And she's got an abusive boyfriend and she's not going to put up with his shit or whatever, and I know this about you, and she's got a child, and I don't know, she's just not going to take it anymore. And so there's that dream, and I'm watching it going, okay. So then I'm in another place where I'm with, and they show me the person that I have been with. Like, this person is like, they show me somebody that I was with in the past. So this person is very hard worker, has a very difficult time communicating his feelings. He's got dark hair. He's, we always misunderstand each other, always. And he has a temper. He keeps it all inside and then he explodes, right? But he's a nice guy, and to other people, we just, I don't know, we just have, it's difficult for us. So then there's this person that they show me, and they show me this person as a girl that used to be an ex-roommate of mine. She's a pretty girl, blonde hair, big fake boobs, real thin. She's a nurse. She is, like, I liked her, you know, we got along. She's very insecure. She was always in abusive relationships, always, habitually. She's been beat up, and so I tried to help her, but she keeps getting sucked back into these relationships because she's so needy, right? She wants attention desperately. So the problem is when she drinks, she's violent. She's bipolar, right? And she turns into a completely different person. So basically, she is just like the people she draws to her, because of course that's what it is, right? What you send out, you draw back. So when she gets like this, she turns on me viciously, right? And I'm just like, whoa, here I'm the one that's done everything to help you, and you turn on me. She's also the kind of person that when she gets herself in trouble, she'll throw you under the bus. She's lied, I've caught her in it, and then I've forgiven her, and it went back and forth. Finally, I realized this relationship is insane, it's toxic, and I don't want anything to do with you. She keeps trying to come back into my life, and I won't let her. I keep blocking her. So this is the person I'm watching, right? And that other guy. So that guy, they're somewhere, like in a store or something, and this is the part that's so bizarre. There's this other couple, and they're twins, right? And one person says, I'm taking care of my sick cousin. And the other person says, no, I know what's going on. The nice guy, the easygoing guy, dark-haired guy, he goes out to get the mail or something. And I'm in a wheelchair. And I want to go. And I said, wait for me. And I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm in a wheelchair. And then I hear these two twins, and they're talking, and one says, or I hear somebody say, I've got a sick cousin. So I feel like, I'm watching a scene, and yet I'm being told something at the same time, right? By outside source. And the other person says, or somebody else says, I have a neglectful twin. And I say, because I'm in the middle of this watching, right? And I said, yeah, I get that. I do too. I've got a twin who's neglectful of me, right? And I know that you've got a sick cousin, but you don't understand that she has been writing to me and trying to find information out for me so that she can say things to you, to manipulate things, to turn things around so that we stay apart. So I'm in the middle of all this, and yet I'm really not in this dream. But when you're in the dream, it's like you're there, right? So now I'm this person in this wheelchair, and I get outside to where this really nice guy is picking up the mail. And I say, hey, and I want to say something to him. And he says, shh, not here. And I said, I don't care if they hear, because I just want to tell them what I overheard, right? Wow, you wouldn't believe what I just heard. Because I'm in my own dream, right? Thinking, wow, I can't believe I just heard somebody say, I've got a sick cousin I'm taking care of. Because I'm like, yeah, I know that, right? And I've got a neglectful twin, and I'm like, yeah, that's true. So it's me, right? And I just want to tell him, I'm all excited to tell him that it's such a mirror, right? And he's like, shh, not right here. And I hate it when people say that to me, shh. And I said, I don't care if they hear, because I'm thinking it's not a big deal, right? I'm just going to tell him something. And he goes up the stairs, like behind me, there's stairs, and he's looking at the mail. And now we continue on with this story, and I wanted to tell him about what I heard, right? And it's funny because I'm writing all of this down. I wake up in between dreams and I'm writing them down. And I'm saying to my twin, why do you not understand this? I understand you've got a sick cousin, but don't you understand that she's been lying and manipulating and doing things, taking information from me and saying it to you, and she's doing this in order to keep you away from me and keep you guys together. So I'm doing all of this kind of stuff, right? So I'm writing this down and I'm telling my twin this out loud. And then I go back into that second part of the dream where I see, the next stuff going on. So it's kind of like a mix between the mirror that I'm watching and me recording it in my dreams and trying to explain to my twin, what's going on. And hold on. I'm at a place, hold on, I gotta tell you this place. So I go over to this girl's house, right? My old alcoholic roommate. And I pick up my car. I'm gonna talk to the guy who lives next door, standing there, nice good looking guy. He goes to leave and she's up there and she says, God, he's moving now too. And I'm like, he is? And she goes, yeah, now both good looking guys in the neighborhood are gonna be gone. So I go up to her place and she's talking to me from outside her garage. I couldn't really hear her very well, so I'm going up to this place. I keep going upstairs to this place, this apartment, right? And I'm walking along the edge by the window and I'm thinking, God, this freaks me out, because I guess I must have a view right off the edge of a cliff or something. And then she says, oh, it's totally safe. And so he's talking about, they're talking about the neighborhood and how the houses are up for sale, and there's so many houses that are empty now or for sale, and something about my car. And so we go on this train and we go around the neighborhood, and I'm like, wow, look at this, these houses go way back here, and I never saw this was here. And this man's on the train and he's talking about validating our ticket or whatever. And I'm thinking, shoot, I left my keys in the car, right? I left my keys in the car. I hope and I'm thinking, oh, no one's going to steal my car in this neighborhood, because clearly his car isn't going to be, and I know I'm a him, his car is not going to be as valuable as the cars in the neighborhood, right? So he gets back there and the car's still there. His keys are on the seat with his jacket or whatever. And he's talking about selling this car and this oil, blah, blah, blah. So I know all of this stuff, right? That goes on. And then I'm with that girl and in that greenhouse area, which I told you about. And then I'm walking around this empty apartment. I'm going from room to room, and I see this bathroom and this big open area, and I think to myself, I don't remember this. Have I been here? And then I think, no, I've never been to here. I wonder if this is where my twin's been living, the place that they're selling, right? So then I see that guy, and I told you. So I go outside to where he's sorting the mail, right? He's looking at the mail. And this is just bizarre. And I feel like I'm with my cousin, and I have this neglectful twin that I'm talking to. So I say, well, they say you're a crazy Jehovah's Witness. And I'm like, yeah, well, you know what? I don't like the fact that you're talking to that girl. I don't like the fact that you're texting her and she texts you. I bet it's happening all the time. You're with somebody else. You shouldn't do that. You realize that, right? There's probably other people you're texting too, right? And he says, yeah. And I said, do you realize that girls are just waiting? Do you know that they just are waiting for something? They just are waiting for you to get upset with me and then be in the right place and then they'll jump on it. And he says, no, I understand that. And I said, do you know how many people are, other people, I mean, are you texting at the same time? Do you know that that's not okay? And he says, yeah, well, you know, when we were in the store, that person says, I don't know how you can handle that crazy Jehovah's Witness. Well, this is bizarre because clearly they're not saying a Jehovah's Witness, right? They're just showing me that because that was my old faith. So it's their faith, whatever it is. And I got to tell you this reason for all this. And I said, you have been. Well, you know what? Just go on. And he says, fine. And he says to this one that I'm looking at as this alcoholic bipolar person, I've got these bottles of wine. I paid $12 for them. You can have them. And which is funny because my ex-roommate, the one that's the bipolar, the alcoholic, that's what she drinks. She starts at like 9 in the morning drinking wine, right? In these big magnums. And so it's like they're picking up things and they're separating things. And I feel like I'm this person. And I said, you know what, forget it. I don't want to go anywhere with you. And I'm holding this crystal in my hand. And I said, you know what I want to do? I want to smash this in your face. So I throw this crystal down on the ground. And it breaks into 1 billion different crystals. And I'm like, oh my God. So we start picking up the pieces. And I said, look, there's a heart in this. And there's different colors, different crystals. Which is interesting because when I got up to feed Liger and Lily, I have crystals in my cat's water, right? So I'm looking at that later and I'm thinking, I wonder if I'm seeing a part of this. Because I always see things ahead of time. And then I said, somebody says, I think he says, he picks up a ring and he says, look, I think this is valuable. And then I say, no, I don't think so. It was just made to look like that. And I try to put it on my finger, but it slides apart, breaks apart. It wasn't strong enough. It was just something that was made to look old, but it was new. So I'm upset and I'm thinking, I can't believe that this is what girls just do. They text all these people and they're just waiting for you to get to the place where you're mad at somebody and you're drinking and then they jump on you. You know, and you don't give a shit. So you just do it anyway. So I'm like, and I'm watching all of this in my dream going, I'm very loyal, right? I would have a huge problem with that too. If somebody that I was with was texting a bunch of women, I'd be like, done, right? So I'm in the middle of this dream thinking, wow, how come you don't get this, that this is a problem, right? But this person doesn't seem to care. And then that song comes on, I Kissed a Girl, and I liked it. And I hope my boyfriend don't like it. And I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on here, right? So I'm watching this. So then these people are fighting back and forth. That woman there's another woman that's just standing there. Well, we're both picking up these things all over the floor. And then the person says, he picks up this little egg, a crystal egg, and he says, I want to give this to my crystal. And he's holding it in his hand, and I'm thinking, you want to give that to the other person? And I'm thinking to myself, why do I feel so hurt and upset? Like the person I'm looking at is mine. You know, like I'm looking at someone that I was with at some time, but I'm a female, and it's like I'm watching somebody break up, but I don't want to break up. I just feel ignored. I feel like the person I'm with is with all these other people and cares about everybody else but me, you know, and I'm doing all of this for them. So I think maybe I'm watching a son and a mother, right? And the mother's worried that these people want something from him, and they're trying to teach him, you know, don't trust them. They just want something from you, and the person keeps, you know, that's what I think I'm watching. Right? And I'm just like, all these dreams. So then I'm at that place where the sick cousin and I'm taking care of my sick cousin, and I've got the neglectful twin, and the person's telling me to be quiet, which I hate because my dad used to do that to me all the time. Shh, right? So maybe that's who I'm watching too, is a father and a mother and a child, and then somebody else that this person hangs out with that they don't trust or don't like, or I don't know what's going on. But I'm looking at this person and I'm saying to myself, I don't care that you have a sick cousin. I have a neglectful twin. That's a fact. And your sick cousin is the one that keeps coming between us, lying and manipulating, and the one you call baby. You need to listen. She's probably, you know, the one with the child, right? The child that you're so patient with and that you're so concerned with. She's sick and she's on drugs and coming down, but she's lied and manipulated and keeping everyone apart. And I'm thinking, oh my God, all this stuff is going on, and it's so loud, right? It's so loud. And then I get up and I have a reading from a client, and she's basically mirroring the story about this person. You know, we got intimate, we just kissed, we got intimate, and blah blah blah. Anyway, I'm just like, okay, so this is what Spirit does. They will show you. I mean, this is nuts, because while I was kind of like half lucid dreaming and half awake, when because I would be speaking to my own twin, trying to tell him what I was showing him, the mirror that maybe he's not seeing, and it's like he's trying to show me things that I didn't understand, right? And then I'm watching what's going on in their life, and then I'm watching what's going on in what my client was about to tell me, and I'm watching what I'm about to do when I get up, feeding my cats, right? Because they're the ones that had the crystals in their dish. I'll show you, it's a trip. I put crystals in my cat's water, right? And that one looks like a heart, right? And then there's another one in the other cat's water. And I got up and they needed water. Oh, look at that. My landlord brings me water. So that now tells me that whoever I was watching is this person's landlord, right? But what it does is it gives you information so that you can understand things, and then you've got to sort it out. But I got to tell you, this is the reason I'm telling you all this, is because I felt so hurt that I was doing all of this for somebody who was giving everybody else all of this attention. At the same time, I felt my own real life that my twin is completely ignoring me because he's helping someone who's been lying and manipulating, and I'm like, why are you doing this? What's going on? And then I'm literally I wanted to smash that crystal in there. I did, but I didn't. I wanted to throw it in their face, but I threw it down on the ground. And I've been there before where I've been so angry that, you know, you don't know what to do. You just like smash. That's why I think they showed me him as the guy that they did, because that's what happened one time. We were in a relationship and it was really bad, and he was very abusive to me, and very abusive. And I was so upset and I wanted to retaliate, but I don't ever want to hurt anybody, right? So I did that. I would be so frustrated that I just like smash the plates on the floor in the kitchen, and then I would have to clean it up because he would never do anything, right? He was physically abusive to me, and because I didn't want to hurt him, and I could have really hurt him, I didn't want to. So have you ever been to that place where you're just so angry, you don't know what to do, right? You're going to lose it, right? So I'm feeling everybody's emotions. So this is what happens with empaths. You got to be really careful. Because when I woke up, I was so angry in between all these dreams. And I'm literally talking to my twin saying, blah, blah, blah. You know, because all of the things that I know that I have seen going on, that I'm aware of, that he doesn't seem to be aware of. And then maybe he's saying to me, no, you've got it wrong, right? Because we do telepathically communicate, and we do it in our dreams like that. So we have to be really, really careful and understand that, yes, you may have gifts and you are picking up, because I said I want to, you know, I'm asking my twin to open up his gifts. I did a lot of work last night, and I got really angry, and I just said, you know what, I'm over this. I'm done with this. I don't think I can handle this anymore, you know? And it started happening. Sorry, just took a drink of my chia water, which is literally solid chia seeds right now, because I ran out of water last night. Now think about what does that mean? I ran out of water last night. I ran out of emotion. I couldn't do it anymore. That's what I said. And obviously in this dream, all of these people, they had emotion all over the place. That's why they ran out of water. So I have to, I mean, it was good that Spirit showed me with my client and then with the crystals, because then I was able to see, okay, I'm incorporating part of what is going on in my life with what I'm watching with my client. So there's a little bit of everything, right? So I'm watching how many different families, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different, 5 separated families at least, maybe 6, right? Now, one might be all one family, like cousins, cousin, uncle, aunt, but there's all different people. And I felt the emotions of myself thinking about my twin and I, and this one that has been lying and manipulating that he doesn't seem to get. And I felt his emotions. And I was jealous. because, and I don't get jealous, but I was hurt because, and then I was, because I'm very moral, I'm very honorable, I'm very loyal, and I don't cross boundaries as far as relationship goes. And here this person is like texting all these, and in my dream, see, the person is texting all these girls, but clearly it's somebody who's texting all these guys. All I know is I felt my own emotions, I felt his emotions, and I felt the emotions of him as a girl and a guy. So right now it's like, oh my God, let's watch what Spirit has to say. I'm gonna laugh. So we're 20 minutes in. I'm just saying we got to be careful to separate our feelings from our dreams, because clearly it wasn't even me, right? All right, we're gonna work with. We're all working with one deck today. This is the what is this? Yeah, no freaking kidding. Life experience. Ooh. We're all working with, and I was gonna work with another deck, and I chose not to. I was gonna work the fairy tale, and I thought, you know what? These readings have been going on way too long. So this is the fairy tarot. Okay. So we're looking at life experience, and this is interesting. This is really interesting because this particular card in tarot itself, and in actually another deck, the Angel Tarot that I have by Doreen Virtue, this would represent life review, or it's like Jeremiah. So basically it's about where we're at in Mercury retrograde. This is about looking at what's gone on in your life. We're running into people. I mean, I'm clearly watching past experiences. Then the song comes on that shows me what I watched with my twin and I when we fell apart all that long ago. He was with me and he went and he kissed somebody else and it all blew to hell, right? And that maybe I'm the person he kissed. I have no idea. But that's what it is. It's a review. It's a mirror, and it's like looking at all these experiences that come up, right? And so you see this guy, which is interesting because he looks like my twin. My twin's hair's a lot longer now, but that's what he would have resembled to me. And he's standing there on this path up to Glastonbury, it looks like, the castle. And this fairy is against him. Oh, to me, it's like, I feel like there's this young girl in his life that he calls Crystal. I don't know, it's interesting. And there's the two little sheep, the three sheep. So when I'm just going to read the card, okay? So the butterflies, first of all, there, and then the sheep. So are you a sheep? Do you just follow blindly where others lead you, is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow. 7 butterflies. You're on the right path and it will exceed your expectations. So where this guy wants to go, it's like he wants to go somewhere, but this young one is holding him back. She's pulling him back. And she knows what she's doing. She's looking at us. It also means he's got his back to this person, but she's attached to him. She's young and she's flirty, and she's the one I watch in my dreams. She's I see this one that's like, it's almost like she's an exotic dancer, the one that I see. And it's all foggy, right? But he's trying to go here. He knows that through that door is where he needs to go. But is he a sheep that's just following others blindly, or because he's reaching for it, right? But I'm being held back. I'm not looking at you, but I'm still being held back here. But Spirit's saying this is the right path. You're on the right path. And even though things are cloudy and you don't know what's on the other side of that door, you know your soul is telling you that's where you need to go. Look at the color of the butterflies. They're orange. They're the color of the sacral chakra, your seat of sexual energy and creativity. So and so is the sky up ahead, right? Things are all cloudy down here. Not to mention they're up on this hill, which is where I saw myself in my dream, right? Interesting. And so 3 represents archangels. The ascended masters, I mean. Ascended. See how they're ascending the steps? The ascended masters. So the ones that have come before you. They also represent purity, innocence, right? They also represent the number 3, full circle completion. There's so much going on in this card. This one is holding you back. Is this one a memory? Is this the one that I watched in my dreams? This one that's so difficult? Or is this the young crystal that you want to give the egg to? This one that you feel protective about? I don't know. But there's something holding you back. And you have your back to them, so it's almost like you don't know that they're there. Another message is you don't realize someone's got your back. He's with you, but he's not with you because he's looking ahead. He's got his hand to the side. So if I'm not looking at you, but you're still holding on to me, This is let go of belief systems that no longer work for you. But this would also be let go of people that no longer work for you. For what I watched in my dream, it was totally dysfunctional. It was like my old roommate, right? Yes, she's got nice things about her. We all do, right? We all have. We're not all inherently evil. She's actually, and when she tried to contact me again, there was a part of me that wanted to let her back in my life. But I knew that she was very, very toxic. She hadn't changed, right? So I feel like this is what's going on here. You were drawn to this one. Maybe you were friends when you were young. See how young she is? She's a lot younger than you. You feel protective of this person, but they're no longer working for you. From what I watched in my dream, this is so toxic, right? And you know you want to go. You're reaching for it. Your soul is begging you. And it's the number 7 says you're on the right path. Go. Ascend those steps with the ones that follow. Recognize that you're innocent, right? You've done nothing wrong. Go. This is an important life-changing event. That's what I watched last night. I watched an ending, a breaking up of people finally getting to the place where, and I said this yesterday. I said, you know what people will do? They'll stay in a situation that they know they don't want to be in because they don't want to be the bad guy. They know where they want to go. I talked to a client about this, and I said, this is what he's doing. He knows that he loves you. He knows he wants to be with you. He knows he doesn't want to be with this person, but he doesn't want to be the bad guy. He doesn't want anybody to be mad at him. So what he's going to do is he's going to instigate a fight or wait until you have a fight. And when the person who always throws a fit and was constantly threatening, go, just leave, he's going to say, okay, I will. So then he'll take the opportunity and he'll leave. Right? Because he doesn't want to be the bad guy. He knows it's just a matter of time before it blows up again. So the next time she says, just leave, he's going to say, okay. So now he gets to exit because he's a chicken shit. Because he's not wanting to stand up on his own and say, this is what I truly want. He's going to let it be you that makes that decision because he doesn't want to make anybody mad. He wants the easy way out. Right? That is what I told my client. And that's literally what I watched happen in my dream last night. Because what happens is, you know where you're meant to go. You know, this is a life experience. This is a learning lesson. This is hopefully a learning lesson for this one that you've been trying to help. Like I was trying to help my roommate. I can't tell you how many hours and the work. I used to babysit her dog, all the time. She neglected her dog. Remember in my dream, you got to take care of your dog. This rich woman in the house that had the kids, and I bring the dog back. You need to take care of your dog, right? That was me. That's another mirror of me. I was always babysitting this dog. The dog was always alone. It was always crying. I felt so bad for this dog. And yet it wasn't my responsibility. I was taking all of her responsibilities. I moved all of her stuff into her house. Oh, my arm's hurting, right? I'm not well. So I moved everything up and down these heavy stairs. I did everything for this person. I decorated their house. And yet whenever they would drink, I'm thrown under the bus. They're nasty to me. They attack me. So what do you get from this lesson? This is not a give and take. This is not an equal give and take in this relationship, right? Why are you acting like this person's servant? Why do you have a difficult time setting your boundaries? I finally got to the place where I said, you know what? She came to my door and I said, this is not okay. The way you treat me is disrespectful. I'm not here to be your servant. I was trying to be your friend. You were totally disrespectful to me. And I set a boundary and she was nasty and we parted with her nasty. It took a long time, and then she tried to come back in again a while back, and I just, no, I don't want it. So it's showing you need to stand up for yourself. You need to be able to not be the nice guy. Sometimes you shouldn't be the nice guy. You're being taken advantage of. You need to learn your own boundaries. I needed to learn that, right? It was a life experience. Sometimes empaths, we're so giving and we're so understanding. We're constantly, we want to be the nice guy. We want to be the good person. We don't want to be, and we see what they're going through. See, that's our problem. This is the classic situation of the narcissist and the empath. Classic. I was raised this way, right? I had a narcissistic parent and I was the empath. I was their servant. And then my sister was raised to be their servant. I mean, that's just the way it was. And so I've gone my whole life. And I said, why do I always collect these people who are like children and I'm their mother? I don't want to be your mother, right? But it's been this way. One roommate after another, relationship after relationship, same thing, which is what I've experienced and what I watched in my dream last night. So Mercury retrograde, I know I wasn't watching my life, but I was watching what I've been through in my life. So I understand it. I understand how you could be this person that's manipulated by this pretty helpless one who can't do anything for herself and, isn't well, and you're trying to help them, but they don't help themselves. Has my ex-roommate stopped drinking? Nope. Is she still in abusive relationships? Yep. She chooses that again and again. I've watched it, and the reason they show it to me as her and they show it to me as someone else in my family is because they're the same person. And it's been the same way, constantly getting DUIs, constantly getting beat up, constantly in fights, constantly breaking up with people, your child's taken away from you because you're unfit. It goes on and on and on. Same scenario in my life I'm watching over and over, and me wanting to help these people until I finally have realized, my landlord and I talked about this, we're not doing this anymore. He had a person call him too. Same story, exactly. And it was a person that he connected with. He hadn't had sex with her, but he kissed her, kind of like this person, right? I kissed a girl and I liked it. But then he gets into this relationship where he's kind of like helping this person, and the person is just a nut. And finally, he breaks it off, and I don't even think he did. I think she dumped him and went somewhere else. But then she comes back, and finally he comes up to tell me, and I said, and I already told him the story, right? And I said, don't do it, block your number. And he goes, I did. So he did, I did, and now last night, hopefully I'm watching this person realize, and they'll do the same. So this is for you. There is a situation in your life. It does not serve you. It could be that you are staying in this situation because of your religion, because of that you were taught that this person has got issues and you're there to help them, but it is not your responsibility to be everybody else's savior, right? Everybody else gets to make a choice about their lives. That person is sick on drugs. They chose that. Maybe they need to go to rehab. Maybe they need to land on their face. Maybe they need to lose their house. No, they don't get to live with you because they lost their place. No, everybody doesn't get to live at your place because they can't afford it, because, I was in jail and I lost my kid and then I lost my job. That's their problem. And by you continuing to help them, just like I did, I was aiding and abetting. Why would the person ever change their life if everybody kept letting them skate? Right? This needs to be their life experience too. So whatever this represents to you in your life, this situation, if you will release it, leads to significant opportunities for you. For me, right? Hell yeah. I'm now in a peaceful home. I don't have the drama, right? I'm not going to deal with that crap. And if people want to invite me to a pity party, I'm not going. If you want to invite me on a guilt trip, I'm not going there either. And if you want to start a war, I'm not interested. I'm going up those steps because I've learned my lesson and I'm ascending. I recognize I'm innocent. I didn't cause all this bullshit. I was groomed. These are my empathetic qualities that I need to recognize. It's time for me to learn my borders. And I know I'm on the right path and the transformation that's taking place. And when I ascend these steps and go through the door that Spirit tells me to go through, there's a shitload of significant opportunities in front of me. So that's our lesson. And guess what? The number 16, 1 and 6, 7. Just like the 7 butterflies. You're on the right path. And it will exceed your expectations. So keep going. Drop hold of this one that's got a hold of your arm. It's not your responsibility. Not even that. You're not helping them. You're hurting them. You're literally hurting them. You're hurting the alcoholic person. You're hurting the drugged out person. You're hurting the one who lost their job. You're hurting the one who has the abusive boyfriends. You're hurting all of them. You think you're sheltering them, but you're not. You're stopping them from facing their experiences so that they can grow up and move forward. Bam. Projection. Okay. And this is what I was doing when I would wake up between my dreams. Here's this soulmate couple, right? And I'm watching all this stuff go on in all of these relationships, right? And I'm, at one time, I thought my twin was in all these relationships, but what I'm watching is all these other people. So this is what's going on. You're projecting something. You're projecting something from your past experience onto this experience. And that's what I was doing. I was watching, right? All these different things that were going on. And you got to be careful because this is a dream. One of them is my client. One of them is what's going on in this house. One of them is probably I'm hearing things going on in my landlord's house. I know that I was because he comes up later after I do my readings and tells me stuff, and I'm like, oh my God, I already saw that. I watched that in my dream. So I will literally see what's going on outside my room. Like the person walking around outside in the house with all the empty rooms. That I know for a fact was my landlord because later I heard him. He comes upstairs to shut the blinds and the shutters in the morning because it gets really hot here. So that part wasn't where my twin was. Remember I said, oh, am I in my twin's apartment? No, I'm here. I'm watching my landlord walk around, closing, and it looks like an empty room because it is. There's only a few pieces of furniture. It's a big empty room. I see the hallway, I see the bathroom. So all of those things were all wrapped up into one. And I was imagining it was happening with my twin, which was not the case. So that's projection, right? So let's see what they have to say. You are projecting both your greatest hopes and your greatest fears onto the situation. Connect with what truly feels genuine. Okay, so this is awesome because I was watching some other things as well, and they were really, really bad, right? So that's, and remember I said, I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore because what I was watching was really bad. But it may not have been the truth of that situation. So that was my greatest fear. But then my greatest hopes were probably the pie in the sky feeling that, you don't want to neglect. I'm not going to neglect what I watched. I know what I saw, and I do know what I've been watching for the last year consistently. So I'm not going to think, oh, he's all innocent, this is great, and he hasn't done anything, because the song came on. I kissed a girl, and I liked it. I did do that, right? So bring it back to the middle. Everyone's got issues. We all do, right? I've been through all of that. I can understand how that can happen to you because it happened to me. It happened to my landlord. I've watched it. I've been through it. I felt all of those emotions. I felt obligated. I felt hurt. I felt like I wanted to help. I felt useful. And that's the problem with empaths. We want to save everybody. We do. We have a savior complex, but we're not God, right? We got to figure it out. We need to get balance. And also, the color of this box is the color of our solar plexus. And this is the color of our solar plexus. I am worthy of being treated with respect. I deserve respect, right? I'm worthy. I deserve an equal give and take relationship. If I give to you, there should be an equal give and take in my relationships. It shouldn't be me doing all of the work. It shouldn't be me that's just loyal while you're out kissing other people, texting other people. I know you're talking to a billion people because you love attention, right? I don't do that. I stick with one person. So I deserve that. And if I don't have that, that's not my highest good, right? I'm not going to keep myself in a box where it's not worthy, imagining this perfect scenario when that isn't the case. Also, I can do anything I set my mind to, right? I can draw to me who I am. So if I learn my boundaries, I'm already very empathetic. I help people. I'm a loyal person. I'm a decent person. I trust easily. I forgive easily. That energy draws to me that kind of person. If I stop focusing on a pie in the sky, perfect relationship that isn't realistic. So bring yourself back to the middle. We all fuck up. We all make mistakes. But I also know my boundaries. I also know my worth. And I know that I will draw to me what's in my highest good if I allow it to come to me. I'm not going to float around in the sky in some imaginary fairy tale. We got to look at what happened. That happened. I'm not okay with that. I have a problem with that. I won't be in a relationship with somebody who's texting all these other people, hanging out with all these other women. No, that doesn't happen in my life. And if that's the kind of relationship that situation with that person entails, I'm leaving that box, right? We're worthy. We can create whatever we want. We're capable of doing anything we set our minds to. We can bring ourselves into balance. We do recognize that we all have issues, but let's get real, right? Commitment. There you go. This is a commitment. That's what I want. I'm just stating that. I don't even think I chose the things that I wanted. Which ones did I want? Well, I definitely don't want the ghost quartz or the smoky quartz. So this is one I want. And I wanted the Angelite Quartz, which is talking about relationships that are split up, bringing them together. It talks about drawing a distance between people back together. It also talks about removing people that are causing a distance between you. So those are the ones I chose. Okay, so commitment. I want a commitment in a relationship. What do you want? What does this commitment mean to you? The word commitment, what does it mean to you? Maybe you don't want a commitment. Maybe you're the person that I watch that's texting a bunch of other people, all these different guys and girls, wanting everybody's attention. Maybe that you don't want that. You're a single person. You want a commitment. I want to be single. What does it mean to you? All I know is what it means to me. I want that. I want a commitment where there's no one else, where we can be friends with people, but like I said, my ex-husband and I are friends, right? And I'm really good friends with his wife, but I don't text him. We don't have private conversations between ourselves. It's disrespectful. They're in a commitment. I honor commitments. I respect commitments. I am willing to make a commitment. What are all the different things this could be? This could be a work situation. This clearly is a relationship, right? But this is a work situation. Now, how about you? Maybe you're not respectful of their commitment, which is the cousin in our life. That's what I was watching. Two people that wanted to be together, and this one that was trying to keep them apart, breaking up their commitment. That wasn't okay. There are clearly two people who care about each other, and you are on the outside. They have a commitment. Respect that. And then that way you can have a friendship. Just because they're in a commitment doesn't mean you can't be friends. Do you know what I mean? That's what I get from all of this. And this is the soulmate amethyst. Look at the 2 points. They're joined. These are one. That's these two. That's the soulmate. This is also a protective stone, and this is a calming stone. Helps you sleep, gives you energy. I've always kept my twins' picture in a amethyst cave for all of those reasons. And it took me a very long time before I realized that this wasn't just one crystal. This is two joined together as one. Pretty stinking cool. And this was my mom's. This was important to me. So that's the first message. It was long, I know. At 41 minutes and 36 seconds in, we go to the ghost quartz. And it's funny, I call it ghost quartz, but it's not. It's actually howlite. And you think about a ghost howling. It's howlite. I called it ghost quartz because it's white. Anyway, I wonder if howlite is a type of quartz. Let me see. Howlite. Is howlite a type of quartz? Sorry, I'm typing with one finger, which isn't much quicker than I type normally. I type with 3. It is. It's a quartz. It's a soft quartz. Okay? So I called this ghost quartz. Now, a ghost is something that's not alive, right? This is a ghost. Are you holding on to a ghost from the past? Right? You need to release it. So that, to me, when I get this message, I'm release your ex. Release your ex. It's time to release your ex. I was doing that all night. I did a cord, you know, the cord cutting and shielding meditation that I attached to our reading yesterday. I did it myself. And when it got to my twin, I cried my heart out. I detached from him. He was the one I detached from. Because when you detach, when you do cord cutting, it's cords of love are never broken. It's always cords of dysfunction. But that's the one I cried the deepest about. And the one that I brought up was that ex-roommate type of energy. That person, that negative, alcoholic, bipolar, which was my ex's ex-wife. That was her energy. When I got to her and him, that's what happened. Interesting, right? So it's time to release your ex, is what they're showing you. This is a ghost, okay? And check this out. Skate away. This is like getting away as fast as you can. There's a better choice. You're not seeing things clearly. You're running away from the truth of the matter. Ice is frozen emotion. Blue is truth. And this one has got her eyes closed. I don't want to see the truth. This one is ghosting someone. When somebody ghosts you, they just take off without speaking, like my twin did. That's a ghost. Right? It's never happened to me before anyway. That was pretty gnarly. So right now for you, whatever it is that's going on in your life, there's a better way. Better choice. You're not seeing things correctly. The number 7 again. We keep getting the number 7. You're on the right path. But this is winter. So this is definitely frozen emotion. So this isn't my crystal. This was somebody else. This is the others. Right? You're not seeing it right. And what's going on is you need to change things, which is what I watched in my dream. Right? And as time goes on, you're going to understand why things have been so disappointing to you. It's going to become clear. And you're going to realize, just like this person at the beginning, that you had opportunities in front of you. You've been wanting to go there this whole time, but you've stayed there, right? You refused to see. You kept your eyes closed. Why? Spirit wants you to know there are ones around you who do not have integrity. I watched them in my dreams all last night. They hide their real intentions, just like I showed you. The one who acted like they were your best friend. The one that you kept going and hanging out with. The one that's been lying and manipulating and speaking to me, keeping us apart, telling you one thing and telling me and trying to find, acting, trying to get information from me. I knew what they were doing all along, but you didn't. This is someone you considered your best friend, your ex-girlfriend that was your best friend, that was manipulating. That's going on in my situation. So what's going on in your situation? Because Spirit's trying to show you there are people who do not have integrity. They have a hidden agenda. They've had it all along. They're hiding their true intentions. And if you listen to your intuition, if you listen to the message Spirit's showing you, you'll see the truth. These are red flag warnings, right? This is like, hello, pay attention here. Watch the other person, how they are. Are they honest with others? Because if they're not going to be honest with others, they're not honest with you. Get real. If someone's going to lie to someone else, they're going to lie to you. And like with my roommate, she lied. What she did was she says, well, I told him this. And I said, why did you tell him that? That wasn't true. Why did you put it on me? And she's like, well, because if I told him, I would have gotten in trouble and we wouldn't have gotten together. And you don't want to go out with him anyway, so it didn't matter. But in the meantime, she would tell the guy, Sherry said this, when I didn't say it. She did. And guess what? They're together as a couple. But she no doubt does that all the time. That's what she does, right? But he hates me because he thinks I did all these things, when in all reality, she did them. I never told him because I figured I'm out of here, right? So that's what's going on. You can see, what the problem is we see the best in everybody. And it's time to take the blinders off, right? Hello? That guy, all he wants is everyone's attention. He writes to everyone. The person who wrote to me, the client, it was exactly the same situation as what I got from the person. He was texting a ton of people. He was talking to a ton of people. He was no doubt making out with a bunch of people. When it gets to intimacy, he runs. That's what he does. That's what the client was showing me. That's what happened with me. And that's what they're showing you here. There's somebody who you're not wanting to see as they truly are. Take your blinders off. Their actions are dishonest. So if you recognize the truth of this situation, once you do, what do? You detach. You walk away, like I did with my roommate. I held on to somebody thinking this person was, I held on to this. It wasn't real. It was a joke. What was real was this. He had all these other people clinging to him because he would flirt with all of them and wanted all of their attention. That was the reality, right? So I take off my blinders and I see the truth of the situation. So you either skate away from that situation as fast as you can, or you at least see the reality of it and like this card said, bring it back to reality. Get to the center, right? Get to the center of the matter. Maybe it's not quite as bad as that, and it's definitely not as good as that. It's right, get to where it's real. I know now what I've seen, and I have to be honest with myself. And it sucks. But it's time to release the ghosts of my past, right? I don't want to be skating around on a frozen pond of frozen emotion, holding my feelings in. Clearly there is no truth being spoken, right? And I'm not a liar. So why would I allow myself to skate around on thin ice? Because pretty soon you're going to go through that frozen pond, and you're going to smash into freezing water and not get yourself out. There's ice everywhere, right? And the water that you're holding in this little container, that's the only water. Remember I said right now, I ran out of water last night. Where did she get that water from? Where did she get that water from? She couldn't have gotten the water from here. It's frozen. But she's carrying water there. She stole it. Ask yourself, where did she get that? I saw valuable things on the ground. Right? Remember yesterday we got, don't pay attention so much to what people say, but to what they don't say? Like, why didn't you ask questions? Why didn't you Start paying attention to what your intuition is trying to tell you. It's like your intuition is like slapping you back and forth and you're not getting it, or you don't want to. So maybe you want to be alone. Like I said, I want a relationship. That person clearly doesn't. That person clearly just wants everyone's attention and is frozen emotion, right? Is not open to anyone. There's a difference. There's a one on their own in frozen emotion, and then there's a couple in a warm, comfortable place, right? Where do you want to be? Clearly they don't want to be in the same place. So this is about avoiding unwise partnerships. The ones where people lie, and if they lie to anyone or manipulate anyone, they are gonna do it to you. Don't think that because this is my best friend, oh no, this is my best friend, she would never do that. Yeah, she would, and she has. Believe me. Believe me, I've watched her. So you're just deceiving yourself, and that's really sad. Here we go. There's the people in your home that do not need to be there, right? That's what we're getting from this message, because this is blue. And there's a whole bunch of people in your house. I got the song again last night. I know you want to hang out with me. Let's see. I know you want to get to know me. I know. How do I do it quicker? I have this big house in LA, and I fill it with a bunch of people. I have this big house in LA. I fill it with, it's the only way I can do it, guys, a bunch of people. Lyrics. I wonder if it will bring it up now. I know everybody wants to kick it with me. Everybody. And why do they want to kick it with him? Because he's got money. Hello? Everybody wants to kick it with me. They're not there because they're your friends. They're there because you have what they want. You need real friends. Okay, let's see. Halsey. It's called Alone. Okay? So here's your home. He said he tried to phone me, but I never have the time. This is the guy that wants to be alone, or the girl. I got a new place in Cali, but I'm gone every night. So I fill it with strangers, so they keep on the lights. She said she told you she knows me, but that face isn't right. She asked if I recognized her, and I told her I might. See, everywhere I go, I got a million different people trying to kick it, but I'm still alone in my mind. I know you're dying to meet me, but I can just tell you this, baby, as soon as you meet me, you'll wish you never did. I stayed at night out in Paris where they don't know my name. I got into some trouble with that drink in my veins. That's what I watched in Paris. Drink, that's where it happened. I got a problem with parties because it's loud in my brain. That's like me too. You know, if you have a lot going on in your head and it's loud, it's hard for you. I can't never say sorry because I won't take the blame. Ego. I know I always go missing. Yep, this is the one here. This is the one here that's always ghosting people, right? Skating away. I know I always go missing. And you're lying awake, but if you ask why I'm distant, I'm running away. This is this one. You know, everywhere I go, I got a million different people trying to kick it. I know you're trying to meet me, but I can tell you this. As soon as you do, you wish I never did. I'm alone. Because this person won't open up. Because they don't trust anyone. Because they always want what they have. Well, what do? They invite them all in there. So you keep perpetuating the same thing over and over again. So here's a message for you. Make sure that your home reflects you. That what is in this home and who is in this home makes you feel comfortable. Are you comfortable with these people in your home? If not, it's time to leave, right? It's time to leave. Are you comfortable filling your home with people that are so different than you? Why do you do that? Because you want attention? They don't care about you. Do you realize that they're using you? Yes, but I don't want to look at that. Well, take your blinders off. Wake up, right? You can have a very beautiful, warm home. If you let go of these ghosts from the past or these users that are holding on to you, Spirit says you've got a whole world in front of you, right? Come out of the fog. Ascend. This is a learning experience, and you can have a very warm home filled with all of your experiences of places that you've traveled, right? This can be your home where you feel comfortable. You don't have to feel, when you're comfortable, you don't have to fill your home with a bunch of people. Here's my home. You know how many people are in this home? 1. And I'm comfortable here. Because, and I've got just like that. Look at the eclectic look of my home. I've got ultra modern, right? I've got Native American. I've got antique. I've got the earth crystals. I've got rocks in here, pine cones, feathers, right? All this kind of stuff in my home. And it's comfortable and it feels good. The energy in here is good. Why? Because the only energy in here is mine. And it's positive. So it's better to be alone in your home and comfortable and yourself than to fill it with a bunch of strangers and feel so alone. We get to choose. Make sure your home feels welcoming and reflects who you are. When your house is in order, the rest of your life falls into place. So tidy up, right? It's like, get your house in order. Drop these users. Drop the ones who are using you. Skate away from the liars and the manipulators and the thieves that are stealing your energy and everything that you have and not giving back. Stop projecting falsity on what you really want is not even there. It's better to be alone. So clean up your house. Let go of the ghosts of your past. Wow. Sorry. Somebody needs to say they're sorry. Or maybe you're just sorry about all of this. All of this, right? So either you need to say you're sorry to someone, or you're sorry. I'm sorry that these people don't get it. I'm sorry that you don't see what I'm able to see. I'm sorry that you're still going through what I finally figured out, because I know how it feels. It's awful. It's awful to feel that someone is your friend and all they've ever done is use you. They use you when there's no one else around, but when as soon as someone else comes and their friends are around, you're ignored. You know that feeling? It feels like shit. Do they ever ask you to go anywhere? Nope. You're only an afterthought. But you're there to move their shit. Where are their friends, their party friends, when they need to move all their stuff? Do you know how many people moved my ex-roommate's place, my friend, my alcoholic bipolar friend? No one. Me. Only me. No one else. Not the party guy across the street that she hooked up with. That the guy that wanted me, that I refused. I didn't want that kind of energy in my life. I said no thanks to that person. So she hooked up with him. Did he help her move? Nope. He didn't help her do anything. He was there for the party. So I feel sorry for people that don't get it. And I understand because I've been there. I don't have a problem saying I'm sorry to people. I've apologized to the people a lot of times when they're the ones who did it. I won't be doing that anymore, but I am sorry that anyone else is hurting. Maybe you need to say you're sorry. It's not that hard, you know? It's called being real, being genuine. 57 minutes, we go to the Smoky Quartz. Smoky Quartz is about protection. Whoop, sorry. Can't listen to me say sorry. I do that a lot. I say I'm sorry to people when they bump into me at the mall. People will totally knock me aside and I'll go, oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm not. And somebody said that to me. Why do you keep saying sorry? They're the ones who did it. And I'm like, I don't know. It's just conditioned. Because that's the belief system, the old belief system that we want to let go of. Right? I'm looking at my best friend, Diane. She owns an antique store in Sturgeon Bay. She just put it, oh, how cool. Check it out. Oh, this is so cool. So this is when you come in the front door. Can you go to the desk, Diane? There's the desk. Oh, this is so cool for me. I wonder if she still has those things that I want. Oh my God, can you go to the front door? Can you go to the window? Oh God, she should have gone to the doorway. This is the window on 3rd Avenue. Oh, you guys aren't even seeing it, sorry. See, sorry. But this is my best friend's antique store. And I want to go home, see her so bad. God, I miss her. Now I can't do it right, let's see, okay. Now how can you do that? You gotta go out here. Oh, I guess you can go like this, right? I don't know. Anyway, the reason I pulled you guys over here to look at that, oh, that's just the coolest thing ever. There's so many things that I would pick up in here. I love antiques. The reason I went to here, though, was I'm thinking maybe you're holding, because I talked about the old belief systems that you're holding on to, the antiques. They're antiquated. Sell them, like get rid of them. Clear out what no longer serves you. Make some money on it. Remember I saw that person where they smashed the things on the floor in my dream and I said this was of value? Sell it. Sell it. Definitely don't hold on to jewelry that was given to you, that ring that that person picked up and they tried to put it back on their finger but it slid off. It just didn't, it was made to look like it was old but it was new. I'm thinking about that because old school, I'm thinking about our old school. That's fine for me. But it was new and it fell apart. It wasn't worth anything, right? I'm looking at this King of Spring. Now, when I look at this guy, he is dressed in white, okay? So I got to give him that. But anytime I get this message in a reading, somebody's putting on an act. See the theatrical? They're pretending to be something they're not. They are either trying to fit in, right? Like this person, trying to fit in and with these people when he doesn't belong there, right? I'm going to pretend to be that. I'm going to close my eyes to the reality of it. It's like that housey person, right? Fills their home with a bunch of people they don't know because he doesn't want to be his own authentic true self. He's putting on an act. But he's a king. So he has the ability, he has a lot going for him, right? If he could see the innocence and the beauty and the truth in himself. He's got so much going for him. Spring is new beginnings, right? This person is clearly at the top of his game as far as what he does. So he's very talented, very successful, has amazing, beautiful qualities, but he's faking it. This is either somebody in your life that's full of shit and they're putting themselves out this way, or this guy really does have all this going for him and he's hiding the true self, his true self, which is really sad. He comes from a royal line. He may come from a noble family, an elite family. This may be a prince. Remember, I got two princes that kneel before me. One's not in his right head right now. One wants to buy me rockets and diamonds, got his pocket full of diamonds. He's the one who's not thinking straight. And the other one has no family tree. This one has a family tree. Look at the lion's crest back there, right? But he wasn't thinking straight. Wasn't seeing himself for the ability that he had. Look at the red. To me, I'm not seeing passion. I'm seeing different. I'm seeing the carnelian. I'm seeing the carnelian crystal. And I want to tell you why. And I know I'm not reading I'm not reading this card the way they're reading it because here it's giving me something different. Okay? That's why I'm reading it this way. Okay, so this color, stone, carnelian, it is called the singer's stone. So it helps you find your voice, right? This person is not speaking. Notice? This person here is not speaking, is running away, eyes closed. This person is clearly not saying how he feels, what he wants, right? He's allowing himself to be held back and manipulated by others. This one is not speaking, and neither are they. No one's talking. But this is the stone of the singer. So the first message I get is, you need to speak. You need to step into your truth, admit who you truthfully are, recognize that you have amazing everything. You've got everything going for you. Now I'll go and I'll speak about this being the color of sexual energy and creativity. You have the ability to create everything that you want into your life. You are the magician. But don't be the magician. Don't be the magician upside down. Don't be the actor. Don't be the theatrical one putting on a show or hiding your truth of what you really feel. This is about speaking your truth, okay? This is also called the setting sun. And in all that we've watched, that's what's going on here. The sun needs to set on this situation, these multiple situations, so that you can move forward and ascend. The sun is up here right now, but something needs to set. Here, everything's frozen in motion. The sun needs to melt that. And look at the color of the carpet. Warmth, solid, love. This is the setting sun. You want to have the sun set on the old, the past, the ghosts of the past, right? You want to know that you are protected, that you have the ability to create anything that you want in your life. You have that ability. This carnelian crystal, the singer's crystal, helps you promote your self-confidence. See this one that's standing up on stage? He's standing in his power. Clearly those other people are not. This is what you need to do. So it will help you with this. It helps you with defending a cause. It helps you with courage to overcome any difficulties that you're going through. It helps you from theft, prevents theft. This one's stealing from you. What are they stealing? They could be stealing your confidence. They could be stealing your self-worth. They could be literally stealing because they're taking from you without giving back. They're stealing your energy, but she's got something in her hand. She's probably stealing things from you. Open your eyes. What's missing in your house and recognize who it is that's taking it. This one that I was trying to help, the one that had drug issues, was stealing from me and selling things, pawning things off. I watched it. I watched it in your life too. So there's a lot of that. So it'll help you from having things stolen. Clearly it's a stone of determination and passion, right? Ambition. It helps you with coworkers. It helps you avoid unrealistic expectations. It's a very grounding stone. That came up for a reason. As far as healing, it helps detoxifying from alcohol, any other drug, breaking bad habits, any other overall physical health. When I watched these two go up into this apartment, they got on a train. They did a train, which is lines of cocaine, right? So addiction issues. There's just so many things. Emotional healing, it helps restore lost vitality, right? If you're feeling lackluster, your energy is just shot to hell. Because why? Because you've been dealing with all these people that are taking from your energy, these drug addicts that have been draining you because you've been trying to help them back to health. These ones who are putting you down, these ones who are, just sapping you of your energy. The carnelian will help you. Look at, you're surrounded it and you need it desperately, right? It stimulates new ideas as far as creativity. It helps you with anger. This is a great stone for when you want to smash that crystal into their face, right? Any abuse of any kind, it helps overcome. And it helps balance, and activate your sacral chakra, which is your seat of sexual energy, so appropriate sexual energy and creativity. It's amazing. This is your stone. So right now, Spirit is telling you, we want you to step into the role of king, of spring, okay? Your leadership skills are needed at this time. Right now, this little one, this manipulator, that one's leading you. Or a ghost from the past is leading you. You're not leading anywhere. You're just standing there. So you need to step. I know that this is who you are, right? Spirit knows that this is who you are. That king is that same one. That king is that same one. That king is all of these people. It's your choice to step into the role. And right now, Spirit says you need to take the lead. And guess what? You have an unexpected supporter. Someone that you didn't think was there. Maybe someone you thought you lost. It's probably her, who's just chilling like a villain, sitting, okay, hanging out over here, waiting on you. Because check it out. Look at the color of those berries. Remember the berries that the one was helping Hansel with? The one that the fairy was, there's always the berries that the one that was collecting. Remember I had that purse and all the berries fell out? Those berries are very significant. It's like they're cranberries, the color of this. Cranberry. Okay, we need to find out cranberry. Why I know that cranberry helps with bladder issues, right? And the one that was addicted, the one in my house, the one that was my family that was an alcoholic. She had all the depression issues, and she was constantly getting bladder infections. And cranberry was what was necessary. Cranberry, spiritual meaning though, because that cranberry has shown up in so many, those berries have shown up in so many of our readings. So let's just see what the cranberries, well, we know here, this is even the cranberry color, right? So let's see. Well, they're low calorie. They're packed with vitamin C, magnesium, and copper. They're filled with fiber. They help you with your bowels, so help you releasing. There you go. Cranberry, that's why they're there. It's going to help you release what's no longer necessary. They help with your bladder as well, so that would help you express the things that you need to express. They're antioxidants. They're sweet, and they work with your bladder, your kidney, and your liver. So they stabilize, astringe, and purge. So that's why an alcoholic would do well with this. That's why somebody who has issues with their bowel, has issues with bladder, urination, all of these things. I'm getting so many messages right now that I won't even go into it. But my cat, Prince, right? The urination issues. Remember, I've got fertility issues. Cranberry. You need cranberry. Gosh. Urinary stones, kidney stones, cranberry. Because they detoxify the urinary tract. Wow. Also, what else? I want to know spiritual meaning. Spiritual. Anyway, that was necessary because these cranberries keep showing up, right? So they're going to help you. I guess maybe, and see them up here. The reason I feel like I'm seeing it is because this person, this supporter of your cause, carries what you need. So they have what you need. They're going to help you express yourself. They're going to help you release what you no longer need to hold on to, right? They're going to help you while you do that. And they're patiently waiting for you. And look, they're laying back on love and spirituality and healing. Pearls of wisdom, knowledge. Sake these pants, solar plexus. I am worthy, I'm capable. I'm not throwing myself at anyone. I'm patiently allowing to what's in my highest good, which is definitely a king, right, to come to me. Remember yesterday, we're going to be daydreaming about our perfect situation, and that was going to be not just a daydream, but it's literally going to be our reality. Well, I'll tell you right now, that's me. And I'm daydreaming about that, and that will be mine, right? So you, whoever this is, there's an unexpected supporter of your cause. Outside of all of these situations, whatever this situation is, you need to take the lead. You will have an unexpected supporter for your project or whatever it is that you're trying to do, your relationship, anything that you want. Somebody's there and you're just like, wow, really? The light is on. See the light on the staff? Light up your crown chakra and listen to what Spirit's showing you. This is an elf. The elf of I told you I'm called Lady O'Galadriel, right? Lady of Light from my Welsh heritage, the Queen of the Elves. And this is the King of the Elves. Like that. Also, which I haven't even discussed yet, financial windfall. So you may be worried, right? You might be worried about your project. Or if I do this, what's going to happen? I don't have the money to do this, to move ahead. Yes, I do want to go ascend. I want to leave that behind, right? I want to get away from this as fast as I can, right? I want to leave this home and create my own home. I want this relationship. But I'm having an issue right now with money. Well, don't worry about it. You're going to have an unexpected supporter, and you're going to have a financial windfall. Spirit does this. I'm telling you guys, they've done it to me. They have thrown things in my way that it was just like, are you kidding me? And you may, now the reason I showed you my best friend's antique store, and remember the person was looking at something on the ground and said, I think this is valuable, right? Something is of value. Well, that's what I used to do whenever I needed money. I used to have this. That was my business. I ran antique stores in Canada. I know what's valuable. I know what sells. I know what other people look at as junk, and I know what I can sell it for. So you may have value of things that in this house that you're not even aware of, right? And I am, and I know how you can make money off of it, right? I love that. I would do that again for a business. I've always wanted to do it again because I love it. It's so much fun. I'm good at it too, right? So use your skills. I'm good at that. I know how to make money with things like that. So that's what they're telling you right now. Your leadership skills are needed right now. Yes, you need to step forward. You need to be a spokesperson possibly. You're going to have an unexpected supporter. We're being shown that there's somebody in your life that's very patient, right? That has all of these qualities. There's love and healing all around you. Start daydreaming. This could be you. Both people could be you. Start thinking about visualizing your life the way you want it, because that's how we create our future. I see myself successful. I know I have a supporter of my cause. I know I will have a man that's high in honor and integrity. I want a king. I will get a king because I'm a queen. How do I know that? Because I stay on my spiritual path and I do what I'm meant to do. I come from love. I don't judge. I forgive. I say I'm sorry. Do the things that we need to do. What we send out, we'll get back. This is a great mix. And you know what I'm laughing at about these two? Look at him all dressed up like that, and look at her. She's a total hippie. They don't look like they should be together, right? But they're perfect together. Because in all reality, she can dress up and look just as fine, and he likes to hang out like that. So don't let outside appearances fool you, right? I'm trying to think if there's anything else that they want to tell you. Well, the spring, that means new beginnings. So maybe you're involved with an actor. God, as if I didn't know that. This person's a leader, that's for sure, and he's very confident in what he does, and he's good at it, right? Now the color, carnelian color, that's a very warm color. So this is a warm person. This is a good person. And he's ready to take action. He's not afraid. He's like, I'm done. I'm good. Look at the sparkles all around him. Look at the stars around him. Now, are you somebody who just desperately needs this attention? And that's why all this bullshit's going on? Right? Got to be careful about that. Maybe it's time to come off that high horse, off that throne, get down into reality, right? There's a beehive. These are beehives. So that means get busy and get after the honey, whatever that is for you, right? Maybe it's her. Or him. Also, the beehives with the bees buzzing around, if you notice that, also represents hard work. And it means victory, right? Because of all your hard work, you're going to be victorious. So this could mean that you're going to be promoted, right? The financial windfall. Oh my God, if I leave this place, yeah, you've got a better job coming. Don't worry about it. You might be having to speak up front. It's time for you to find your voice, right? In front of others. Whatever it is, you'll definitely be promoted, and it's all good. It's all good. Without a doubt. Love it. Okay, I'm just going to leave it at that, because without a doubt, for all of it. Now this, patience, don't force the conclusion of the story. Don't try to skip stacks. Instead, allow your life to come into focus one frame at a time. Everything happens at the perfect time. Okay? So maybe you're jumping ahead and you're panicking. If I leave all that, how am I going to blah, blah, blah? Don't worry about it. One step at a time. You've got an unexpected supporter. You've got all the ability. You're going to get the money coming in. You need to find your voice and speak up. You need to stop acting, right? Stop putting on a show and be real. And relax, because it's all coming to you. Start visualizing it. But you are supposed to take your steps. And without a doubt, it's all going to come the way it's meant to come. Like that. 1 hour and 16 minutes in, we go to mine. The Angelite Quartz, or there's another word for it. But this is the one that helps people that are at a distance. Keeps them together. It also removes the people that are trying to keep you apart. These ones, right? That's why I chose that. All right. The High Priestess. Damn straight. Okay. The High Priestess. This is someone who is very connected to spirit. Right? She knows. The number 2. I feel that 2 people are connected in this way. But the High Priestess. This is somebody, this could be talking about secrets, right? This is a book of secrets, but the book is open. Look at the truth. The truth coming out. It talks about connecting to your higher self, trusting your intuition, careful reflection before taking action, insights that come through meditation. As I said, the book of secrets is open. The book of secrets comes to you through your intuition. It also may come to you through readings like this, right? She dreams, visions, meditation, your own spiritual knowledge, your own higher self, epiphanies, other people's stories, overheard conversations. I just listen when people are around me, and I get messages all the time. Your animal messengers. What else? She's the one who gets messages from spirit and delivers them to you. So she's an oracle, right? Like I'm an oracle. I get the message from spirit and I deliver them to you through spirit, right? So she's in the dark and in the light. Look at her coming from her water, her emotional waters. I just noticed that. It's kind of stirred up a little bit. Interesting. She stands between pillars. So she's the medium between spirit and earth, which is what I do, right? I'm a medium. That's my job. So that's her job, to deliver the message, the High Priestess. The moon shines down above here. The moon is always talking about secrets. The moon always talks about hidden knowledge. The moon is also the goddess energy, our intuitive energy. So we all have this high priestess within us. This could represent someone in your life. This is definitely connecting to the moon energy. We just had a partial eclipse last night. We're about to have a full moon solar eclipse. Big stuff are going to happen then. Big stuff, big changes, things being revealed. We already knew that. This is about enlightenment. This is about illumination. Remember, we asked Archangel Uriel yesterday, illuminate our path. I asked him last night before I went to bed, and wow, did he ever, right? So pay attention to your dreams. They're valid. They are valid. I know that I had to find a balance in my dreams, but they were valid, and they were obviously emphasized again when I woke up in many different ways. So there is truth in what you're getting in your dreams. So don't push that away. Don't do this. Don't close your eyes to it, to what you know. Don't try and skate away from the truth. Don't allow yourself to be lied to or held back by innocent people that are trying to remain or seem like they're innocent when they're not. Don't be a sheeple following others in a fog when you know where your soul is calling. You know what your higher self is telling you, right? Pay attention. This is about putting the puzzle pieces together. So for men, you need to connect to your high priestess self, your inner goddess, your intuitive self. If you don't, you will not grow. You will not ascend. This could represent your higher self trying to get your attention, and you're not looking. You know you're blindly trying to go somewhere, right? So connect to your higher self. Don't push it away. This is your female side. You have to embrace your female side, your feminine energy. Things are changing. So right now, maybe you need to go into meditation. Maybe like I did last night, that clearing, shielding meditation that I did. It was a guided meditation. I shared it with you guys last night. Maybe that's what you need to do. You'll be surprised. You know, he asks you all the different places that, you know, where are the people that hurt you? Where are the places that were a problem for you? Where did you feel uncomfortable? What is it that you want to let go of? So you bring all these people up, right? You'll be surprised at who your tears fall from and who they don't. You'll be surprised at who comes up that's shocking to you, because you won't realize that those are the cords that are the heaviest around you. Mine, the heaviest around me, were my twin and his ex. Isn't that interesting? And she is represented in my life again and again and again by other people. Those were the hardest cords to cut. I cried and cried and cried as they were cut. Cords of dysfunction were very, very big. So you'll be surprised. The people that I thought, you know, that should have been someone that I didn't like, I had no charge on them, because they don't matter to me. The only ones that mattered to me was the one that is wrapped around my twin, which is his ex, and him. Those are the only ones that were dysfunctional. So I was kind of surprised. So you go into meditation and find out, what is it your higher self is wanting to tell you? Admit to yourself. What is it that you really want? Are you following your path? Or are you just trying to make other people happy? Clearly, you're not following your path. You are trying to placate everyone else. You're reaching for that, but you're not moving at all. You're filling your house with a bunch of people and a bunch of things that aren't even you. You're putting on an act. You need to relax and start thinking, what is it that my higher self is telling me? Are other people projecting their thoughts onto me and their ideas and their visions onto me? Or is this what I want and what I feel? We need to ask ourselves that, because you're only going to be happy if you come from your true, authentic self. So maybe, as I said, these are all the same people. Okay? And look at how they're all represented. Total hippie, relaxed, covered up in leather, earthy, dressed up like he's some kind of a fairy king going to some, I don't know where he's going, some ball, right? Who is the real you? Maybe a combination of all of them. But you aren't going to be happy unless you are yourself, not who somebody else wants you to be. And you're not going to be happy in a home where you're not accepted for who you are. And you don't want to fill your home with all those people that aren't like you, that you don't even relate to. right? Your home needs to reflect who you are and feel welcoming. You need to get your house in order. You need to feel good. This is our spiritual house that we need to get in order. These are all going together. They're just fitting together like a glove. If the glove fits, I won't even go there. You have to quit. And that was a total liar. He was such a liar. How do people not know that when you wet leather, it shrinks? Hello? God. That guy was bought off, right? That guy was bought. So if somebody bought you, have you been bought? Have you forfeited the truth of who you are, the natural you, the hippie you? Have you forfeited that because you wanted to be accepted? And you've turned, these fairies have bought you with that money and that position, and you forfeited who you truthfully were and are inside. Wow. Clearly that's why you're not happy, right? It's got to be deep, deep sadness, and no wonder people start having addictions because they're trying to mask their true feelings. But why not pay attention to your emotional responses? What is my gut telling me? What feels good to me? And go in that direction. When things are offered to you, how do they make you feel? That's your compass. Right now, Spirit says your higher self is really loud. You can trust what your instincts are telling you, not only about yourself, but about all these different people, right? All of this stuff. What you need to do is say, I'm sorry, this doesn't work for me. Sorry if it hurts you, but I gotta go, right? I'm sorry that we have a disagreement of how life should be led, but I'm out of here, right? I am no longer going to allow you to project your life onto me. This isn't who I am, right? I'm not going to allow myself to be held back any longer. I'm going to make a commitment to my life path. Without a doubt. I'm going to be patient with myself as I go through these transitions, and I'm going to freaking pay attention to what my higher self is telling me. I'm not going to sit here and bite my nails and overanalyze and ask myself, is this what I truly want? You know what you want. You're holding it in your hand. You have the ability to be a king or a queen. You have the ability to do anything you set your mind to. You can be living a very relaxed, happy lifestyle where your home reflects you and where it's peaceful. You're going to take the lessons from your life experience and you're going to ascend on those steps, and you're going to go through that door. And the opportunities that I am mulling over in my mind right now, I'm going to take what I know is in my highest good. Ask yourself, does this belief limit me or empower me? If you're ready for change, you must update and embrace only those beliefs that support your true heart's desire. No shit, Sherlock, right? I'm going to let go of the ghost of my past. I'm going to rework my protection shielding. I'm going to let in the ones that are in my highest good. And I'm going to protect myself from the addictive behaviors and the old past belief systems. All of these things that I've collected that don't belong to me, I'm going to sell them at the antique store, make some money on them, or give them away. I'm not going to drag along with me anything that is not in my highest good or that I don't want. I'm just going to chill. It's going to be simple and basic, but it's going to be healthy and healing and loving and peaceful. And I'm going to be with people that are real like me. I'm going to be patient and recognize that I'm not going to be able to do everything all at one time, right? I can't skip the steps. Everything's going to come into focus one frame at a time, and I'm going to take the steps that I need. Spirit says I need to start taking steps, action steps. I'm on the right path, and it's going to exceed my expectations, even if I can't see what's going. I know my soul's pulling me there. I know that's what I want. So I'm not going to fake it anymore. I'm going to take charge of my life. I'm going to speak for my cause. I'm going to recognize that I'm going to have financial backing, and I'm going to have unexpected supporters of my cause. I know that I've got the ability to pull this all together, and I'm going to accept my new beginning. I'm not going to overanalyze this anymore. I'm going to listen to what my higher self is telling me. And the careful reflection, it's careful reflection is very different than overanalyzing, biting my nails and nervous to move forward. There's no reason for fear. We already know this, right? And there's someone else that's on your side that is also very connected. Trust that. Now is the time to focus on you. Why? Because you've been spending so much time taking care of everybody else's bullshit that it stopped you from living your own life. You've had to put on an act. You've had to be an actor. I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want this house this way. I'm taking off. I'm going to be away from people that are dishonest and who are, I'm not going to skate on thin ice every, oh my God, walk on pins and needles, skate on thin ice every time, you throw a fit. I don't like it here, frozen emotion. I don't want to keep my emotions frozen. I know I'm safe. I commit to myself. Without a doubt, I will focus on me. And I'm sorry for if it hurts anyone else, but this is about me. I'm no longer going to bite my fingernails and wonder about moving forward. I'm going to trust what my higher self is telling me. And today is about me. And you know what? I don't have to apologize for that because I deserve this. I came here to live my own true, authentic self, and that's who I'm going to be, whether you approve of it or not. And I'm sorry if you don't understand that. And I'm sorry if you stay stuck living a false life, but I will no longer. I love this whole freaking reading. This is amazing. This is amazing. So let me see if there's anything else that I have to bring out from the High Priestess. Just do pay attention that there's going to be stuff coming. Well, she's reassuring you that what you're picking up is accurate. So I'm good with this. I love this reading. And I am following my path. And I do want only soul family around me, so I feel good. Your body. I'm looking at this body. If the time is now to focus on you, and we were talking about the cranberries. I'm going to get some cranberry juice. Clearly, I need it. Right now, relax. What day is this? Isn't it Saturday? It's a beautiful day. It is. Look at it. This is the day. This is about you today. This is about enjoying yourself. This isn't about taking care of everyone else. It's about taking care of you, relaxing. Your body needs some self-care. Detox mentally, detox maybe physically. Get yourself some fruit, get yourself some cranberry juice. Do some daydreaming today about what it is that you really want in your life. Visualize it. I love her outfit. Actually, this is what I wish I could show you guys. I'll show you. This is how I'm dressed. Right? I've got that little shirt on, right? I'm laughing. I'm all in black and turquoise, but I'm just laughing at how she dresses. Because I was actually going to go somewhere today and get, but I won't. I think I'll go to the grocery store and get Bing cherries and cranberry juice and some fresh fruit, right? But I am daydreaming about my king and my life and my peaceful fun and my soul family and seeing my best friend again that I miss so much, right? I'm going to focus on the love and the healing. I'm really happy about this card. I think this is a beautiful way to wrap this reading up. It's gorgeous. I'm definitely paying attention to my dreams, and I get it. And I'm saying thank you, Spirit. But this is about making plans, right? So get clear about what you really, really want. And don't be doing this. Don't be freaking making lists and lists and lists and lists and lists and overanalyzing, for God's sake. Just get clear what you want, and then gather whatever information that you need. And you know what? Another thing that they're telling me because of the secrets here, and I've said this a lot lately, so this is really important. Keep your secrets to yourself. Whatever you plan on doing, don't tell anyone, except for maybe the supporter that you know. Keep it quiet. Keep it under hat. Keep it under the light of the moon. Because, unfortunately, the truth of the matter is, there are ones that you can't trust. And there are ones that you thought that you could trust, but you can't. And you have been overriding your instincts, and you know that. So certain people don't need to hear anything, right? These ones we're not going to talk to. We're not. The theatrical fairy, we're not going to talk to that. We're going to talk to that one. This is the one we trust. The one that's authentic and real and truthful. Who's the hippie in your life that you can trust? Go there. All right. Love you guys. At 1 hour and 33 minutes and 45 seconds, we're done. I love this reading.